slow down, take a few minutes, and write down what are those things in my life that only I could do. One of the most precious gifts that we have on this earth is our time. The older I get, and I'm getting real old. Not really. The older I get, the more I realize how precious time is. You know, every minute lost, every hour that passes, it's a minute and an hour I'll never get back again, and you won't either. I a lot of times have young people in their 20s, say, Ryan, what should I do? And I think, boy, if I could just go back to that time, if I could be 20 again, if I could be 30 again, right? Some of you are thinking, if I could be 40 or 50 again, because you understand this principle that time matters. And in our conversation today, I want to encourage you to evaluate your time. I want to talk to you about what Wayne Cordeiro calls the 5% factor. If you'll listen to this principle, it could change everything. I don't get the credit for it because I didn't write about it. I learned it from Wayne Cordeiro. But let me tell you what I've learned. That is that 85% of what you do, anybody could do. 85% of what I do, anybody can do. Anybody can check email, right? Anybody can drive a car. Well, almost anybody. Anybody can eat, anybody can read a magazine. 85% of what you do every day, anybody can do. Anybody can sleep, anybody can make a cup of coffee, except for I do know a few people that aren't very good at it, but anybody can do this stuff. Now, that's 85% of what you do. Anybody can do. 10% of what you do, someone else could do with some training. So with a little bit of training, you could teach somebody to do this thing that right now you feel like only you can do. Now, what's that leave? If 85% of what you do, anybody can do, and if 10% of what you do, someone else could do with some training, that leaves 5%. And this is the 5% factor. And the point is that 5% of what you do, only you can do. And if that's the case, you need to prioritize your schedule and prioritize your life so that you are focusing on that 5%. Be a really good activity for each of us to do, and that is to slow down, take a few minutes, and write down what are those things in my life that only I could do, that nobody else could do, even with training. Some things that come to mind: your relationship with the Lord. Only you can manage your relationship with the Lord. What about your relationship with your spouse and your children? Only you can do that. What about the vision for your church, or the vision for your ministry, or the vision for your small business? That vision, you can't delegate vision. Vision has to come from you. There are things in your life, that 5% that only you can do. And listen, you need to make sure that those are valued, that you protect those things. Otherwise, you spend so much time on the 85% and even on the 10% that the 5% gets neglected. I want to encourage you to eat this frog today. Look at what are the 5% things in my life. What are the things that only I can do? What are the things that only I control? Am I valuing those in my life? Am I giving them the attention that they so rightly deserve? So today, make a list. Keep that list in front of you. Look at what can I delegate? To whom can I train to help me so that I can focus on the things that only I